I guess today we're going to talk about some of the biggest retirement mistakes successful people make. Hi, I'm James Regan, owner and operator of Valor Legacy Wealth. Welcome back to the podcast where we're going to dive deep into those retirement mistakes that people potentially can be making along the way. So what are some of the biggest mistakes or a big mistake that people potentially make, wealthy retirees making as they approach retirement or in retirement? We spent a lot of time on a podcast recently with one of my good colleagues, Louis Hillman, at long-term care. And I think it's one of the biggest unforeseen elements that people are not anticipating is the cost of healthcare in retirement. So most people think through the lens of Medicare and what does Medicare cost? Am I on a plan that's, has a supplemental or doesn't have a supplemental? And they're focused on like the monthly premium. What I like to talk about with clients and bring to their attention is the catastrophic event of Alzheimer's, dementia, a situation where you have a short-term care event, which could become a long-term care event or a chronic event, and what that can do to your retirement savings. So a lot of clients that I talk to get very focused on the asset level that they have in the 401k plan, the assets that they've saved, and they've worked their whole life to save. And we have some software that we're going to be rolling out pretty soon where I can have a client sitting in this conference room where I can put you on a Zoom call with me or Teams call, and I can show you in real time a care event and how it catastrophically erode your retirement savings. So think about this. Every time we have a dollar coming out of retirement, we're paying ordinary income tax, right? So, we're planning for that, planning for distributions, normal distributions. Well, if we don't have a care plan in place, and then we have a normal distribution to meet our current retirement needs, but then we have a care event need, and the only place to go is the 401k or the IRA, the rollover IRA buckets. Now we're taking excess distributions, causing excess taxation, and pushing us potentially into different tax brackets because we're having to pay more taxes to offset the cost of care. And the scary part about that is inside of a care event, most people can't tell you when the care event ends, right? It's like everyone tells me, like, what do I need to live on, for the rest of my retirement? I said, well, tell me when you're gonna die, and then I can tell you how much money we can spend every year. So that's the tongue-in-cheek part of it, is that we don't know when the care event will begin or end. We have some ballpark parameters around how care events others have gone through, how long they last, but every individual is different. Their healthcare needs are different, their quality of care is different, where they want that care is different. So I think that one of the biggest things that retirees can do, and I'm getting more calls about it for people in their 50s and 60s, early 60s, even 65, 70, long-term care, how do we plan for that event, and how do we position the retirement account so that we're not eroding assets inside of the retirement plan for an unplanned care event. So if you're within 10 years of retirement, one of the best things I think that myself and my firm can offer you is a second set of eyes on the plan, right? Or in the proverbial sense, if the plan seems a little fuzzy, let's create some clarity by putting a second set of eyes on it. I think that's probably one of the best things that we can offer. So give our office a call, like and subscribe to the channel for more information like this and how we can help you save on taxes and have a better tax efficient retirement.